High-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
Hello there everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back once again to my F1 25 My Team Career Mode. We are now here at Spa. This is the Belgian Grand Prix. If you haven't seen the last instalment, do be sure to check that one out before you see this one. Well, we are in need of getting back on track here. We haven't had a race victory since round 3, so yeah, very much in need of breaking that duck again, and especially after a rough time out at Silverstone, which has allowed Max Verstappen to take the lead of the championship. We have got to swing the momentum pendulum back in our favour. SQ1, not too bad of a start. SQ2, we topped the timesheet, so that is more of where we should be and where I'm hoping to be. Kimi Antonelli only 10th though, so we have made the decision at this point, unfortunately, that we will not continue all talks with Kimi Antonelli in regards to having him in the car for next year, which means season 4 there is a seat available, and I'm going to be considering my options for who I take in the seat moving ahead into season 4. But for now, I am pushing hard. We're heading up towards Blanchimont and the end of this SQ3 session, and it's looking pretty decent. Look at Behrman up in P6 though. Ollie absolutely flying for Aston Martin. Here we go, through the bus stop, right, then left, then to the line. What is it gonna be? It is only P5. Only P5, and I'm not gonna lie, I do feel slightly disappointed by that, but I'm hoping that opportunities head our way in the sprint.
Well, the weather is not looking good today. We're expecting the downpours to continue into today's sprint. This will make for some very tricky conditions for all the teams. Spa-Francorchamps is a 4.35-mile tour of the Ardennes countryside, with 9 rights and 10 lefts, giving us a grand total of 19 corners. Average lap speeds in the dry can reach about 145 miles per hour, but without a significant improvement in the conditions, we're not... Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Senna, Russell, Charles Leclerc, and Gasly, Behrman, Hakkinen, Antonelli, and Zach O'Sullivan, Jackson, Albon, Carlos Sainz, and Tsunoda, Hülkenberg, Piastri, Liam Lawson, and Jack Doohan, Stroll, Hadjar, Bortoletto, and Paul Aron rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and...
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check, okay.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
The heavens have opened here at Spa, but I'm taking a gamble on intermediates because the rain is supposed to ease quite early into this sprint. We are underway here and it's an okay start. I'm looking for an inside line if there is one to take, and we have taken it, and we're going to move up into P4, but we've got Senna and Norris in the way. Senna drops to 3rd, Ware in 4th, Russell and Behrman 5th and 6th. So we're heading up towards Eau Rouge, and this is terrifying when you've got intermediates on a full wet track, and we didn't really have the grip to take round there. And this is going to be a struggle for this opening lap, but I do think that when the rain eases, this is going to come to us. So that's my thinking. Norris and Senna are going side by side though, and Senna is wanting that second place. I'm trying to find a way to take it from them. We're going to go down the inside of the right-hander. Norris holds on to second around the outside. I'm trying to set up a move to the outside of No Name corner. But Lando Norris, oh, is he going to back out of that one? Yes, he does. So we managed to get round the outside of No Name corner and move ourselves up into P2. But by lap 3, the gap to Max Verstappen is already 4.5 seconds. But the sky is beginning to brighten, so I'm not going to lose any faith at this stage. I'm just going to keep with it. And on lap 6, the track is indeed drying, but the problem is the gap to Verstappen is just too great to catch. So really, we're having to take more risks than I'm willing to take just to get to the rear of the Red Bull. And the grip that I'm fighting for just doesn't exist because these tyres aren't as new as they once were. Final lap then on lap 8, and the track is basically dry. Verstappen somehow holding on to his tyres. I don't know how I'm saying somehow. This is Max Verstappen, one of the all-time greats, and the problem is we're just not getting enough speed on the Kemmel Straight or on the run-up, and that is what is allowing Verstappen to keep ahead and what's allowed him to stay ahead. But we might be able to find a way round one of the corners as the track is particularly dry. And look how much Verstappen is struggling, but we're equally struggling for grip too. All it's going to take is a bold look somewhere, if we can find somewhere to do it. But the problem is, offline, the grip just doesn't exist. We're not able to use it. And the annoying thing is, I know I'm quicker, I can go quicker, but there's nowhere to get through. Maybe a look down the inside here. No, Verstappen again off the corner really well, but as soon as he goes into the corner, that's where he's struggling, and we're just not finding the grip needed. So unfortunately, I think unless we can set up a run out of Stavelot, this is going to be Max Verstappen winning the sprint race. I have given everything I could to try and catch him, but we're not catching from there, and any move from there would be ridiculously brave. That's not going to stop me from braking super late and trying it though, but yeah, that was never going to work. Verstappen wins, and we managed to take P2. Oh, that's frustrating.
That's a podium.
That is frustrating. I feel like maybe, just maybe, with one more lap, we might have been able to displace him. But Verstappen doing everything he needed to do, and that extends his championship gap, of course, by another point. Norris is third, Russell fourth, Senna having settled fifth, Gasly sixth, Antonelli ensuring that it's double points for us in seventh, and Yuki Tsunoda is in eighth. Oh, I'm a little bit frustrated because I feel like the sprint win was there, but we have got another quali and another race to do. So let's focus on that.
High-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
The rain has disappeared and it's been replaced by brilliant Spa sunshine. But what can we do? It's a strong start to get P2 in the sprint, but I want this race win. We nearly got one in Austria, but I think we made some bad decisions on strategy. We could have had one beforehand, I think. I can't remember what circuit, but I'm sure we blew a potential win. Imola, I think it was. where again the strategy was just not on our side. It's been quite a while now since we've had a win, but we need to get one on the board. So let's try it and start off really positively with qualifying. That is what we've done in Q1. We're 2 tenths up on Hakkinen, and in Q2 it's P3, Verstappen only P7, so Max struggling a little bit in Q2. Will he find his way to the top in Q3? And can we do anything to displace him? Look how hard I'm pushing down the back of the circuit. And as we're about to head into Pumong, I'm literally just throwing it in. I'm not even, well, I'm lifting, but I'm not braking. I'm just trying to find what the max limit is around these corners and then push it. And as we now head towards Stavelot, what is the time? It's a purple middle sector. 2 purples then, and we've got some battery to play with as we head towards Blanchimont. This does feel like a good lap. And as we head round Blanchimont, it's all about finding the right braking spot for the chicane as late as we dare, clipping Apex 1, clipping Apex 2, letting the car run out wide towards the end of the corner.
Yes.
And what is that going to be?
Oh, very, very
That is P1. So we are on pole for the Belgian Grand Prix, giving ourselves the best opportunity to go for the big dub.
Welcome then, as we take a step back into the nostalgic golden days of motorsport. Spa is unashamedly a throwback, and all the better for it. Climbs, drops, sharp turns, chicanes, sweeping high-speed corners, all. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Piastri, Ayrton Senna and Gasly, Jackson, Stroll, Behrman and Yuki Tsunoda, Albon, Hakkinen, Carlos Sainz and Hülkenberg, Russell, Doohan, Paul Aron and Gabriel Bortoleto, O'Sullivan, Hadjar, Lawson and Andrea Kimi Antonelli rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. And
Radio check, please. Radio check.
Check, okay.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
The rain has arrived for the Belgian Grand Prix, but we are on the grid, ready for the start. And we are underway here, and it's an okay start for Verstappen. Is he going to find a way through? No, we should be leading into turn 1, and that is good for us because it means we can try and control the pace as we head up towards Eau Rouge, and we've got a nice run there. We do have Max Verstappen trying to take a look. No way through there. Why are we not on the battery straight away? Look, Verstappen's coming at us. Verstappen having a go down the Kemmel Straight. I'm holding him off just about. And there's Lando Norris getting involved. Here comes Norris. I broke late, and Norris goes through and puts himself into the lead in his Mercedes. Senna moves up to 3rd. Verstappen dropping to 4th, but it's Lando Norris who ends up in the lead after that battle down the Kemmel Straight, and that was a great move by Lando Norris, really sensing the opportunity to take that lead, and I'm trying to stay as close to Lando as possible, but Norris is just finding little pockets of pace where he can break away, and Senna and Verstappen They're having a little scrap at the moment, which is allowing me to drive away from them. And Aiden Jackson in the top 5. A good start for him in the Ferrari. Jackson looking for a strong result here. And Norris is now 1.6 seconds up the road. So Lando beginning to build a lead in these intermediate conditions. Lap 6 now, and Lando has pulled away 2.5 seconds. I'm trying to challenge his fastest lap time, and I'm just not doing it. I'm 8 tenths off his pace, and Senna has gone a full second faster than me at the end of that last lap. So Senna really pushing now, and he's making a charge for P2. At the moment, we're still holding off Max Verstappen, but one driver we are going to struggle to hold off is Ayrton Senna. Here comes Senna down the Kemmel straight, and there is not a lot we can do other than brake late there to stop Senna getting through. And Zach O'Sullivan is out of the race, and as a result, we have got a virtual safety car. We broke super late there, and that helped us hold on to P2. And Senna not quite able to make it through yet, as we got another virtual safety car. I back off for that, and Senna just jumps ahead of us under the VSC. What? Surely that's not allowed. Surely he is going to have a penalty for that. And the most outrageous thing is, he doesn't even get a penalty for that. How is that allowed? And I really wish I'd actually taken this opportunity as well to make a pit stop and then try and go to the end from there, because actually that might have worked. Although the conditions look like they're improving, and it looks like we are going to be running on a dry track. Senna has taken the lead from Norris as well, so Ayrton Senna up into the lead. Let's take a quick look at how that happened then. Look at this, he's really closed up on Lando Norris, having got past us, and Senna trying to set this up on the way to Eau Rouge, and I bet you he's going to get a superb run up the Kemmel Straight, which is what is happening. Senna getting ready to make the overtake, tucking into Norris's rear wing, sending it to the inside on the wetter part of circuit, and somehow finding the grip to get down the inside and take the lead from Lando Norris. Senna really going for it, and on lap 12 the track is getting ever drier. So what do? Well, what we're trying to do is dive bomb up the inside of Lando Norris, and we're actually succeeding in that. What a nice little move to take P2. And can we chase down Ayrton Senna? I'm looking for the wetter bits of track just to cool the tyres down a little bit. And now we're on lap 16. I see no choice but to pit for slicks now, because these inters are finished. There's no grip on them. So we've got to try roll the dice here at Spa and see what we roll. As we roll into the pits, what's going to happen here? Hopefully some of the other drivers in front also pit for dries. Oh, we got a sticky right front tyre. Isn't that just the way? Anyway, we leave the pit lane now. We're going to be in P7, just ahead of Mika Hakkinen, and we'll soon find out whether this was the right call or not. There's still a damp bit of circuit offline, so I'm not sure we've made the right call here. And in fact, looking at the time we're losing, this was not the right call, and we're really struggling for grip and struggling for tyre temperature. This was just not the right decision, and it has kind of cost us and really taken us off the podium. But here's the thing, my intermediate tyres were not going to make the end. What was I supposed to do? What if I'd have got onto inters? We would have had the same, we would have eventually overcooked our tyres anyway. So it's a case of we were damned if we did and damned if we didn't. And on the last couple of laps, the track has become dry enough but not dry enough to catch up with any of the pack in front of us. It's going to be Ayrton Senna who wins this Belgian Grand Prix. But for us, it's another hard hit in a championship that has had hard hits. It's another strategic misdemeanor. It's P7. What decision should I have made there? I really don't know. The Inters weren't going to the end. I don't know what more I could have done.
And this is a win that will go down very, very well throughout the world. Ayrton Senna, victory today.
They had to be decisive with their overtaking today as they worked their way through the field. And those kind of race victories are so enjoyable because it's not just like winning from the front. They really had to work for it today.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today and a stunning win for Ferrari. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
I could honestly just comfort eat ice cream for the next 2 weeks over that. But it's a win for Ayrton Senna. Max Verstappen takes second. So, great points for my main championship rivals. And once again, P7 for us with just wrong decisions made. Lando Norris was in third. Tsunoda gets fourth. Jackson fifth. Piastri sixth. We get seventh as Leclerc. Then it's Albon, Sainz and Russell completing your top 10. And I'm honestly dreading looking at the championship standings. But we got to do it. And Max Verstappen now leading the way by 17 points to us, with Senna just 6 behind. So we're starting to lose ground on Verstappen now, and we really, really need to win a race next time out, or it's kiss goodbye to the championship and try again in season 4, because right now this is not it. And we have fallen to 4th in the Constructors. We've got to pick this up. Thank you for watching this installment of Career Mode. Please don't forget to leave a like and hit subscribe if you're new and you want to see more content from me. And until the next time, TTFN, ta-ta for now, and enjoy the rest of your day.